Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special little event here called Teach Me Something, hosted by BDEF and myself. This is going to be a short, kind of show and tell style presentation where different members of the community will be able to present different things that they have expertise on and teach other people what they know. And we'll have about 5 minutes for each presenter. And at the end, we'll play them off with a little music and then have a brief little Q&A for them while the next person gets set up, and we'll just keep it rolling. And we have 7 runners today. So BDF posted the link in the chat, or BDF bot. But we have Tabascoth first with swimming, Eleesuh teaching TTC Reds, Drogie teaching WDW Secrets, Zion teaching Pillarless, GTM teaching the first BLJ Stair clip, me teaching Fire Sea Reds, and Jay Waterman teaching joystick maintenance. And then after that, we'll have a little vote on who we like who had the best presentation, and then we'll wrap it up. So it'll be about an hour. Nice little event here, and we'll get it going. So first of all, I want to say Tabascoth is very dedicated to this. If you saw his tweet earlier, he had to drive to work to get a microphone because otherwise he wouldn't have had one. So insane dedication there from Tabascoth, and he's going to be teaching swimming. So as a reminder, he'll get on. He's streaming, I believe, and then he will do his thing, and then we'll I guess we'll just see what he's got to show us because it is a showcase. So hello. Um, if we could bring in Tabascoth, we'll get this show on the road.
All right. So today's topic here is swimming shenanigans, and we're gonna take a look at a few different spots in SM64 that are kind of weird in RTA. So we'll start with the TTM upwarp. I prepared a few for the same RTA upwarp threat. So these are all going to be apart by one frame, and we'll take a look at why the timings are different. So you see the clips themselves until the upper body of water are only one frame apart. But if you take a look at the miscellaneous timer for the backflip, they're apart by like 0.1 each. The reason for that is on each frame, Mario is in freefall state between the bodies of water. His negative vertical speed increases. And with each frame of that, you will actually be able to swim later. So you might be able to gauge when to start to swim if you develop an eye for that. Now, if you look closely, the first two ones were actually clipping on the same time, and despite that, were still 0.1 apart. So I'm going to showcase some obscure tech here. On the last frame, before you enter freefall state, you press Z, you will actually conserve all the speed you had from the jump dive into the freefall state. So if you look at the bottom one, I'm gonna press Z button here, and I have a lot of speed which I can conserve into the upper body of water. So that means you will actually be able to swim faster because if you jump into water, your speed gets divided by 4, and that is your initial speed, so you can surface faster. So yeah, that's the first thing. Next one we're going to look at is DDD 100. So there's an invisible wall here, as we all know. And a lot of people rub up on the wall and jump out with bad pitch. And that is not good. It should look more like this. So you want to be a little bit horizontal when you surface and then jump out. So Mario can cover more distance per frame. So you see the units, it's like 3 units of invisible wall here. So you want to be as quick as possible so you don't get caught up. I actually prepared 2 GIFs here. So you see this little black line here is the invisible wall. And yeah, you want to just go as fast as possible. Okay, next thing is fronts up. So if you do fronts up, in a lot of situations here in RTA, you want to jump out of the water and Mario just does not jump. And people say like, okay, press down and A and it has to work, but there are some conditions that need to be met actually. I don't want to, it's like kind of obvious, but you need to be on the surface. So it can look kind of deceiving, but that's kind of a rare thing. But if you see, look here on my stick value, I'm holding a little bit up and then neutral for a while, and then I press down and AMR is not going to jump. Okay, that's kind of obvious. Next thing though is pitch. So pitch is the thing that's Mario around his lateral axis. If he looks down a little bit, even if you're on the surface, you're not going to be able to jump out as well. So in this case, I'm holding the minimum angle here to change Mario's pitch. And 2 frames later, I hold down and A, he's still not going to jump out. Third one, this is the bullshit one. Look at this. I'm pressing down an A, he still does not jump. That is because there's like actually 1 frame on the swimming cycle where you just can't jump out of the water. And that is the last breaststroke frame before the end swimming animation. So here we go. That's why this is bullshit. THI, if you clip here, there's actually something interesting. If you enter the body of water and hold down, Mario will surface like 0.2 earlier. I don't know the technical reason behind that actually, but it's a thing. It's really strange. The last thing I want to showcase here is test turning. So actually, if you hold between 70 and 99 on your stick value, you will turn more than if you hold more than that. So Hori players are actually at a disadvantage when turning in water. This also applies to poles, flying, and cannon shots. So as you can see here, Mario turned a little bit more, and that is my showcase. Thanks for your attention.
Wow, that was not what I was prepared for, but that was a really, really good presentation. I did not know any of these things, and I just have to say that was really, really impressive. So congrats to Tabascoth, or I don't know. Thank you for putting that all together, first of all. I hope everyone in the chat learned something. If you knew all that, then you must just be a genius. Maybe Tabascoth's the biggest genius. So yeah, that was really good. Next up is Eleesuh. So she's going to be talking about TTC Reds. So whenever you're ready, give it a go. We're all ears. Yeah, I'll definitely have to rewatch some of that Tabascoth presentation. That was sick.
A lot easier than the one that you might see on like pro runner streams. But it also loses a little. Okay, so can you hear me now? Then can only check on like the stream now on the stream chat. Well, I hope it's fixed. So yeah, I'm gonna teach you a little about Hanoji moving Reds. It's not as well prepared as Tabascoth did prepare it, but I'm still hoping that you can learn something. So first of all, I'm going for this strat because personally I think it's a little easier than the other strat that you know. I feel a lot more comfortable with this one. First thing, you want to start with a good camera. Some people do it in Lakitu, but I'll try to go into C left, C down, Mario C down, and with the first buffered kick, I'm going out of that again, so that it looks like this. Another, oh, that's actually pretty cool. Let's try to get that because I rarely get it. Taking this a little ahead. That was a cool backup if you missed that one coin. But yeah, usually you should like try to hit this spot. Let me try to set a save state here. So you can see like I'm about to hit the very top of a flipper with my double slash triple jump. So you wanna land there because otherwise you'll be too low. The flipper that is upcoming should be in a straight slash close to the left angle. So you can see it's like about to go to the left side. And that is where we wanna A, and pretty much afterwards press B. So we get the little sliding. And once we got that, it's an immediate C right press after. So we get this cam. Obviously, because of a save state, it might be a little too slow, so I cannot get the side flip. But let us try to get that again. Oh my god. Yeah. So, when this happened, we get the coin with the jump dive, so we don't have to worry about that. My angle is pretty much right, upright. And I slide a little, and out of that slide, I'm trying to hold, like, back immediately, the moment I land, to get a side flip out of that. So it's landing, left, side flip. This part is important, because you can fuck that up. It's another C right, by the way, here. This part is pretty important. If I line up too far in the middle, or on the right side, I'll not be able to get the coin, or the angle. You can see that. So it's pretty important to land on the left side of this flipper, like around, you see? Yeah, like that. We slide down, and when I cross the middle part of a flipper, I'm trying to hold pretty much just like up, maybe slightly up left, to get a wall kick and get onto the other one. The frame is not too, oh my god, can I please? Not too important. You can tell that, I hate save states. Okay, let me get another one. Oop. Okay. Yeah. Like that. The last part is, we get that, jump, and I go into a neutral position with the stick, and I land here. Like that. And the moment the flipper is like giving us a slope kind of thing, I'll slide down and hold in the same direction, which is up left, I think. Should be up left. So we wait until it goes like that. And in the middle, when we cross the middle again of a flipper, we would go into a A-B dive. We clip onto the flipper, that gives us a little speed, and then we could ground pound into the star. So it's, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to, I can still give you like another run through. It's C left, C down, Mario C down for the beginning, buffered kick position, so hold A. Give yourself a little bit of time for the triple jump in the beginning, because otherwise you don't want to be too fast. You want to be fast, but you don't want to be too fast, so the flipper actually is in the right position for this. We do the side flip plus another C right. We drop down. We pretty much fly a low curve around that flipper so we don't hit it. But you can see like I'm clipping through it pretty much. At least the head is like there. Yeah, roll out with a B2A for this. Make sure you're on the left part of a flipper when you land. Like there. And that's it. That's Moving Reds Hanoji. There's a lot of backups to know, but we'll get back to that. Visit my stream.
All right, thank you very much, Eleesuh. That was really, really good too. I gotta say, that was really, oh man, I'm just like amazed how many little intricacies there were. Like, with the like where to land on the pendulums, that backflip backup was so sick. Yeah, I've not learned either moving reds, but I will definitely be giving that one a go after seeing that little showcase right there. So thank you very much. And yeah, just awesome job again. And our next one up is none other than Drogie. So what's up, Drogie? Let's get this third showcase presentation.
It looks like Drogie needs a little more time, so we're going to just chat a little bit, maybe do a little debrief, how the showcase is going so far. I just want to say it's going great. I want to thank all the presentations so far have been like outstanding. Like I kind of just let the people have freedom to do what they wanted, and you guys are hitting home runs. So just thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I'm also super impressed. Tabascoth completely prepped his whole segment. Elisa didn't do like a pre-recorded gameplay thing, but she brought out all the points that she wanted to talk about and like covered it really, really well.
Right, yeah, there's just
So
different
these
styles
were
to
both really
being
good.
able to, cover and inform people. So, um, that's been really cool to see so far. So, um,
And I just love if I can just like editorialize a little bit. I kind of just love the idea of sharing this hidden knowledge that some people just kind of develop on their own, but it's not really written down anywhere. You kind of just have to either get it through experience or just talk to someone who knows it.
right,
It's
right.
kind of rare that someone who has like, oh, a little tidbit here, you want to land on like the left side of this flipper as as you're going down. It's not like there's an encyclopedia of every little nugget of information out there. So the more we can kind of contribute to that library with stuff like this, that means like the future runners and also other people who are just looking to get better can also look at this and improve on their own, and you might not have gotten that information otherwise. So a lot of this stuff is genuinely new to me, and I assume most people watching this. So that's really awesome. I think that's the whole point of this event,
That really
or
is,
that's
and
the true value of it.
no, I think it's the value, and hopefully we see more of this sort of event in the future, because I think just sharing this sort of knowledge is important and useful. I think now that we have a demonstration of, you know, how we can do it, and I've definitely got already ideas in my head for how to improve this for next time. So,
Nice. Um, I do want to say if we need a few minutes, maybe Elisa can show some more backups or something. I would not be opposed, but up to you and her.
if she's still around, I think she had something to get to, but if she's still around,
Oh,
she's more than welcome to. So,
either way is good with me. If not, we're still waiting on Jogi. Did you know if Zion was ready to go,
uh, I
or is
I
he not?
I haven't seen their stream yet, so I don't think they're ready to go. Um, if we need some time, you can definitely give your presentation.
Hold on. Oh, I could. Yeah. Um.
We might need to might need to do that because I think all the runners are still getting ready, all this last minute prep. So,
Um. I guess I could go.
cool. Yeah, why don't you
Just
start
give me
start setting up, and I'll
one
introduce you.
second.
Our host here needs no introduction. Of course, you know Badroenis is famous in the community. The story I tell every time is the first time I met Badroenis in real life was in the practice room at Pace in 2019, the very first Pace, and he was just grinding out Rainbow Ride Reds. I'm not sure how long he was because I mean I walked in him doing this, but he was just focused and grinding that out, and that's the first memory I have really of Badroenis IRL. So
Nice.
that is the level of focus and detail I think you're bringing to this presentation, and so I'm excited to see.
Thank you. I forget a lot about PACE 2019, but I definitely remember doing the Rainbow Ride Reds grind.
That's
That
right.
was a lot of fun.
Tabascoth was there too, and Tabascoth was also super focused, and I was like afraid to interrupt them. Because like you know when like someone is just that intensely focused on something, you don't want to like bug them just to say like hi.
Yeah.
Eleesuh, would you like to do just more demonstrations just to kill some time while the other runners prepare? You are more than welcome to.
I mean, I have what I want to talk about. I wanted to also go in the game and make like a couple save states for
Mhm.
after my like pre-prepared video is over.
We're gonna need people, I think, even after you're done. So,
Okay.
Eleesuh, why don't you go live again? And I think Badroenis is setting up, Drogie is setting up, and with you, that'll provide someone will be ready to present, and we can have more knowledge. So, excellent. All right, so I think the plan is to start out with Eleesuh for a few more minutes, and then we will switch over to Drogie.
Ooh.
Apologies for all the little technical issues here, people. That always happens on production day, but otherwise I think things are going pretty well. So.
Honestly, I could go if we need.
Okay, why don't you go, and then we'll take Drogie.
Okay.
I think that provides enough time.
All right.
Well, let's make a cut over
You
to
want to put me
your.
on?
Yeah, I'll put you. I think I'll transition over here, and that, of course, is not the right gameplay, but. Eh. There we go.
All right. Give me 1 second before you start the timer.
Yeah, because you're just streaming
You
here,
know
we're
what?
not going to have your
I'll
audio, right?
stop here. And yeah, I'm turning on my game audio. Okay. So I will first be talking about a video that I already have prepared, which talks about Fire Sea. So yeah, let's start the timer. We can do this. All right, what's up, everyone? Badrone is here. Yeah, we're going to talk about Fire Sea Reds. One of my favorite stars in the game, and also I think one of the most important ones in your runs. In the day and age that we live in, it's hard to get a PB if you don't get a good lava boost cycle. And I think for a lot of people, kind of like, at the intermediate skill level, this can really help them get a feel for how to do lava boost. And there's a few things that I want to kind of point out to them in particular about things to look out for because it's a pretty complicated star, but you can really get every little bit down individually and then piece it all together for a good star. So there's a few things that we can talk about first. When you hit the ground, so C left when you enter the stage, when you hit the ground, Mario can see down, C left for this camera angle. And I like to run a little bit. If you see where Mario is standing, this line where like the floating cage starts, that's a good place to start your second long jump. I don't really like long jumping, running and long jumping again. You just don't have a lot of frames for that. You'll get up here. I'm going to skip ahead just a second to grabbing the pole. So when you grab the pole here, um, you want to do a pretty small jump off of it. That means you can hit the ground and run toward the corner faster. So when you jump, do a small A press, climb it for a little bit, and then when you grab this red, there's a few different movements that people like to do in the cage. But the one that I think is the best is to side flip off of the elevator. So we'll see here. I side flip left notch, and then I hold down left notch in the air to reduce my speed a little bit, because you actually have quite a bit of speed for the short distance you're traveling. So roll out kind of late, and then once you get very close to the cage here, you hold right, and you charge the side flip pretty much all the way. So if you start side flipping here, you will start running back to the right a little bit, and then you can side flip off and jump back. I think that's like the most clean way to do it. If you hug the wall and things, that also works, but I think it's not the ideal solution because, you're not going to always hug the wall for the exact same amount of time. And that double jump helps you get right underneath the elevator really early. So I'm a big fan of this. And then you have a few options here, which I'll show in a save state. One that I like is just doing a dive rollout into the lava here. And this I actually landed on a Goomba. So it's not quite the same, but you dive into the lava here. And then this is the biggest thing that I would like to tell people about, is that when you approach this pole, people tend to approach it dead center and try to side flip like right in front of it. But what you're actually doing is you're making Mario, um, you're risking either grabbing the pole at the bottom of your side flip or not being close enough at the peak of your side flip. So what you actually want to do is offset yourself vertically. So if you see, look at that little like junction piece there, I'm like to the left of it. So as I go here, um, if you look where I'm side flipping, I'm actually below the pole. That little, I think you can see my mouse. This spot here is like where you want to side flip, that texture. And then when you do that, hold left in the air, and then you just hold up left. So it's a really, really good side flip toward the pole here. And you don't have to even do it as aggressively as I did. You can just hold left as long as you want. And then once you're ready to grab the pole, just hold up and then you got it. So that's something I see people do incorrectly fairly often. And then for the lava boost cycle itself, I'm doing a lag reduction. You don't need to do this, but also if you notice there's a big gap that you clear this elevator by, you need to slow down a bit. So you should also charge the side flip up here behind the red coin like I did. And then also charge the side flip. So if you look at the texture here, look at the little buttons on the railing of the ramp. So this third kind of line here where there's like like I said buttons, but it's really like a screw or something. That's a really good cue to side flip from. And then the wall kicks is just going to be kind of building up your muscle memory. But I'm also going to teach you a little bit about the side flip bending. I might not have time, but when you get across this area, I realize I'm very early, so you want to cut your speed as well. You want to get there right as this elevator is coming out of the lava, and by holding up, I'm giving myself or giving the elevator more time to rise up, so I don't bonk on the second long jump. And then I hold right again. As soon as you cross to the second cage, hold up and then down left to side flip, and then you'll grab this, and then the timing is just muscle memory, but you should already have the angle to jump off the pole and grab the star. I really don't have any time to show you the gameplay stuff now, but I
That's
guess that's
time.
my presentation.
That's time. Thank you very much, badroenis. That was excellent. I hope we all learned something there because I'm still nowhere near that level of movement, so it's gonna be a while before I need to go back and watch your video. But I think for people who would like, improve at this game pretty regularly, you're going to learn a lot. So that's really excellent. I think we're ready for Drogie, so I think we're going to bring
All right.
Drogie in now. So let's cut over to Drogie, and I will give them the signal to start.
Hello, I hope you can all hear me very well. Hi, this is Drogie. I'm not going to teach Super Mario Sunshine today. Today I'm gonna stream a slightly better game called Super Mario 64. Usually, when I'm... Okay, wait. Cool. Usually when I'm in class, I try to focus on every single student, like when I'm actually teaching my class, and that's not really possible if you're doing a tutorial-like video, because, yeah, it's just really one-sided, which is kind of a challenge, because I usually try to avoid just standing in front of people and teach them stuff. I'll yeah, I try to make them work individually, and yes, everybody progresses a bit differently, which is why I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm always gonna show 2 different strats, and you can try whatever feels better for you. A slightly easier one, a slightly harder one. There we go. This is Super Mario 64, the best 3D Mario. So, WDW Secrets, there's a few really interesting twists about this star. First of all, you want to press C right immediately when you spawn, just because of the lag. And then when Mario is right here, like when he's like on the same line as that platform thingy, like the one you're gonna jump on a bit later, that's when you want to press Mario Cam C down. Then a pro would do a long jump and a jump dive, and the timing is kind of hard. My tip is to hold Z, and because that means you can single jump a frame earlier, and then you want to delay the dive a tiny bit. That makes it a bit easier. An easier strat would be to do like a dive here and jump up here and proceed to the first secret. So, pro strat. Let's hope I'm not gonna mess it up. You wanna be in Mario Cam here, Mario Cam C up. That's why I changed to Mario Cam C up during the first long jump. Makes it easier and reduces a bit of lag. Then C down on the rollout, so you can push this one in. And ideally you wanna be holding A to do like a buffered kick. A slightly smaller kick, but a normal kick is just fine. Long jump to the next one. This is kind of hard for beginners. You do a wall kick here, and as you wall kick, you leave Mario Cam, which is not too easy, as you can see. For beginners, I would recommend to push it until you hear the sound. And then you want to do another kick and side flip here, and do like a jump up here. This is where we proceed. Let me show you what to do next. There's another spot where you can do either a hard strat or an easy strat. C right here makes it easier for the angle. And then the pro strat would be to C left and hold up left notch to do a triple jump wall kick here. This is kind of hard, especially because you have to do another buffer kick and get up here. Try not to break the box because the coins cause a ton of lag. And if possible, be in Mario Cam, lag to Cam C up. The easier strat would be to do a triple jump wall kick here. And the very easiest one would be to use the heave ho, but I'm not going to show that one off. So, C left, triple jump wall kick, oops. Okay. And up next, I broke the box, that's fine. Up next is the ending, which is kind of hard with the pro cam that Tabascoth taught me. Because it reduces a ton of lag and it makes it easier to do the final jump. So in lag to cam C up, you want to press C right twice. Then you can hold pretty much left, break the box, and on the second long jump, you can mash Mario Cam down right, and you can see the fence you want to land on, so Mario does the butt bounce slide thingy. Gonna try to show it off. See right twice. Oops, that was a bit early, probably, perhaps. Okay, this is laggy for me, Tabascoth, you taught me a bad camera. Anyway, if you want to do it a bit easier, what you can do is you can stop on top here. I used to do this a lot. If you stop, you can like turn around a bit and position yourself so you can do the 2 long jumps easily. Mario Cam C down right, so you can bounce on the fence and get the star with the ground pound. So, okay. Oops. Yeah, this camera is hard. Oops. I have a few more seconds left, right? Well, yeah, I'm just gonna link Tabascoth's video, I guess, because I was able to do it a bit earlier. Now it doesn't really work anymore. Anyway, thank you. I hope this video is something to learn from, because that's what I might do in the future, make a few videos where I don't cut too much, where I just explain like an easy strat and a hard strat. I think that is always cool for beginners, so that they can pick whatever they feel more comfortable with and update like specific strats and not the star as a whole. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for the other cool what do you call them? The other cool presentations by Tabascoth, Badroenis, and Eleesuh. I might re-record all of this and actually upload it. I hope you liked it. See you.
All right. Thank you very much, Drogie. And I like the philosophy of giving people options for each piece of the star, because there are beginner strats, but if there's like one beginner video, you might do some beginner strats, and then other ones might be like not very beginner friendly. So yeah. Also the lag there was from the box that you broke. Well, what I was gonna say is that like you can like long jump later under the box and not break it, or you could like buffer kick under the box and not break it too. So those are some options. But yeah, that camera does work, and yeah, it's a fun star. So go practice it. And thank you very much, Drogie. And our next, I almost said contestant. Our next professor is none other than GTM. So whenever he's ready,
hello.
he's gonna teach us how to be like Sweegie.
So everyone thinks, BOJs, they're inconsistent, they're RNG. To that I say, I think you're a little silly, goofy guy who hasn't taken the time to really understand the depth of this trick. So now I'm gonna take
Also,
like
if it's a
5
little over
minutes to
5
explain
minutes,
to you
we're
some of the
not
depth that this
in a
trick
rush.
has.
So
And
just
a lot
kind
of
of
it is
a
more of
ballpark,
things
so
you
you
have to
can
feel out, things you have to practice.
think of how
So
long
if
your
you
presentation's gonna
get
be. But
annoyed by this a
Drogie went a
little
little
easily,
long, and it's cool.
a little arduous
So
to
we'll
practice,
see how
but
long
I
GTM
think
needs.
if you have the
If he's
motivation
ready,
and the time to dedicate, you can get good. So without further ado, I'll explain. So a lot of this and how I start my lineup with the first BOJ stair clip and getting it consistently has to do with the camera inputs. I guess I'll just play it out here real quick. So that was an example with thumb mashing, by the way, just to prove that you don't really need the fastest mash to really get anything going super consistently in terms of a mashing speed. So hold right, buffer kick, up, then upright for the second buffer kick, and then here on the second buffer kick, oh no, it's just a jump kick, my bad. A, B, and R on the same frame. Very important lineup. That wasn't a first connect. Well, this example is, so please stop typing. So main thing is here, you really want to just touch either the top of the first step or like graze the third step and then hold down. I mean, you see I go a little neutral here. This is just for better spacing on the long jump, which again is another aspect of what you want to feel out. The spacing and the timing of your very first long jump before you even start the BOJ is one of the most crucial aspects. This is what basically makes the first clip rather consistent. So let's see, I'm visibly touching the floor, 1 frame, 2 frame, 3 frames. So on the third frame I press Z, frame after that, or 2 frames after that I press A, and then you see I go a little neutral here after the long jump. Now again, this is just related to the whole spacing thing. This allows me to just get a good feel for getting in front of the stair, because ideally you want to land in front of the stair and get a later frame long jump. Now, much like wall kicks, landing a long jump has a 5 frame window, and you want to get anywhere after 3rd, 4th, 5th frame. You also see here that I strain to the right pretty hard to, just land in front of the stair, and then boom. With the whole mashing thing, you just want a consistent rhythm. That'll probably be able to be the greatest thing for you. Now, the exact timing for BOJs is like obnoxiously precise, but I think just like getting these steps down for the first clip can be pretty important for overall consistency. So I'll just play this clip out in full. And again, just focus on the mashing speed. I'm literally just tapping A with my thumb, which isn't very fast. And yeah, it's the same concept applied to the 70 staircase. But one thing you do want to know when you approach the 70 staircase for BLJs is you want to do 2 jump kicks toward the stair to maintain a straight camera angle. So I'll just get rid of that and then try and get it here. How embarrassing. Now this is a good tip. If you get BOJs like this, you want to generally strain around the door instead of letting yourself go to the wall, because that lets you clip out of it sooner. So if you just hold up, you don't really have the straightest angle when approaching these stairs. You're well, you're not straight at all. So what you want to do is 2 jump kicks, because this kind of maintains a sort of straight angle. You want to be a little to the right of up, or maybe you want to be completely upright. This completely depends on which position you head toward the door. So just practice from a safe state with the angle you typically approach the door from. And that gives you a very nice, lovely angle. Now with a bit of a straighter angle, if you just hold down, then you'll hear Mario ledge grab, and then you can just drop ledge grab from there. Because, fun fact, there are 2 different types of ledge grabs. Or sorry, no, talking ledge drops, but these are both related. There are 2 different types of ledge motions, grabbing or dropping. Holding the stick, slow. Pressing A, basically immediately. And the same applies for dropping off the ledge. I believe, and you just want to time the Z press as soon as you hear Mario just go like, whoa. So yeah. And with what time I have left, I'll try and get another okay attempt in. Oopsies. If you get a lot of speed there, you can do one of 2 things. You can either just keep on holding the direction, or you can try and do a buffer kick after the text box to pop through the door. And I think that just about covers a broad aspect of things. Woohoo.
All right, thank you, GTM, for the BLJ tutorial there. Much appreciated, and I hope you all enjoyed it as well. That was, yeah, first and second BLJ stair clip. I think just getting like that straight ahead camera angle is kind of hard to do. It's hard to do on the fly, so having a good setup for that's really important. So that taught me something for sure. I appreciate that. So yeah, thank you, GTM. And let's go and see.
So, if I may interrupt here, a
Yes.
couple of updates here. So we've gone through 5 of our 7 presentations, an update on the last 2. Zine is giving a presentation. However, he appears to be in the middle of a 120 run for the 120 qualifier, and that's totally cool. I told him that was more important than this little event. We could always get him in next time. So I don't think we're going to be getting him unless he decides to abandon the run right now. So go support Zine over in the 120 qualifier, because I'm sure everyone has a tab open for that already. To be honest, I certainly do. So we're probably not going to get Zine today. We'll get him next time. That's cool. And then I believe Jay Waterman had some family matters come up, and it could not do the presentation live, and offered even to, I think, make a video for it. But I told him, no, we'll get you in live next time. So I think that's going to be the end of our presentations today. However, we do have the vote remaining. We can still vote on the presentations that we did have. So if I do an exclamation point vote in chat, you should see the link to vote for the presentations. We're voting for best overall presentation, just the one you thought overall was great,
You have
the one that
to
won.
you have to open the form.
Oh, do I? Yes, I didn't want anyone voting before the presentations were over because that would be cheating. So let's go ahead and do that. And we will.
Honestly, though, we with 5 presentations, they were all very different, and
Yeah.
I think they were all like useful. Like
Mhm.
we could definitely just do more of these.
Oh, absolutely. And I wanted to emphasize to people who have like hosted tournaments and things before, a good amount of work still had to go into organizing this and getting the layouts and the presenters and the host. Thank you very much, Badroenis, and organizing all that. But it was relatively straightforward compared to hosting like a tournament. So I think this, like, if you're looking for like kind of a relatively low effort event compared to like hosting a huge bracket tournament, I think this would be a great way to start. And
Yeah.
the voting is open, so people can go ahead and vote on what presentations they like. The most useful lesson I was trying to think of as the one that just makes you want to pick up a controller and start running right away. Like this is very applicable to you and useful to you. And then the best overall presentation was just the one that wowed you, even if you're never going to use that knowledge. So um, cool. We'll let people vote for a few minutes while I give the commissioner's address. And so if I can open this
Okay.
up here. Hello, everybody. Greetings. I think I said everything I wanted to say pretty much earlier when we were kind of stalling for time. But I just, again want to give a huge thank to the runners and the presenters who gave their time to be here today and share with us that excellent knowledge. Like, I wasn't sure what to expect when I created this event, and it's been a learning experience, but I am thrilled with how it turned out. Just top tier lineups and great knowledge and just support from the community. So I just want to give and especially Badronis, who I'm not sure those of you out there who aren't, privy to our DMs talk, but Badronis, like, I wouldn't have half the events I do if not for Badronis, just because I bounce ideas off him all the time. I trust his feedback. So you all have Badronis to thank for like half the stuff I do and for the Mario community. So um, definitely want to do this sort of event again. Learning a bunch for next time. I already have notes on how to improve it, how to change things up a bit. I think is would be interesting is instead of doing things presentations live, which has a little bit of some technical issues, submit videos, and so people can just do everything ahead of time, and then we'll just do a nice little theater, grab your popcorn, watch the videos. I think that could be an interesting idea too. Um, so yeah, definitely if you have feedback, definitely get back to me. Improvements are always, I'm always listening for improvements. Um, and then just some things on Club 100's future. What other events we're sort of planning after being on hiatus for quite a while. Remember, I always go off. My off season is the NFL season, of course. So I want to get a couple things done before the NFL season starts up later this year. I want to have a 16 event, a really kind of simple, quick one that's a fundraiser for people who can't afford to go to Pace. We'll try to get some funds and get that going as soon as possible. So um, I look for that. Hopefully next month, if I get my act together, we'll have that next month. So um, and then, as Badronis knows, I want to do another style tourney where I just with some sort of like team format, but I'm not sure what the best format is to do that, combining with speedrunning and teams. So, but I want to do some sort of team event because I think that would be cool and fun and different. And so that one's probably going to be a little more out. And let's look for more of this simple 16 tournament to get back to hosting tournaments. So, with that, let's check the results of the polls. See how we do that. Get your last votes in, please. Um, last minutes to vote here because as soon as I end this address, we're going to go straight to results wrap up, and then I think we're going to raid somebody. So once again, just thank you everyone. This has been a cool event to host. Oh, also shout out to iBack who did all the stream art and layouts, and I think look pretty pretty snazzy. Especially the background. We'll get to it when you like the closing screen, and I think you saw the starting screen, but that is some top tier freaking uh, stream art. So, um, Badronis, you still with me?
I am here.
Okay, I was gonna try to pass you the results earlier and have you announce them, but I think since we're not really pressed for time and we can just kind of chill right here, we have the results. So let's look here. So okay, I'll give people 30 more seconds to vote because we have a tie, and if this tie can be broken, that would be
Ooh,
nice. So I'll give people one last little bit to vote, and then we will announce the results, and then get out of here. And I'm sure a lot of people are gonna go back to 120 tournament. Looks like Cool Cat Gang has something on today. I wonder if it's Mario. So there's a lot going on. Now it's Jack and Daxter,
there
which
is
is
a lot going on.
not surprising, but I guess people speedrun other games too. That's kind of weird, kind of cringe. Kind of cringe, honestly. Let's be honest. Okay, no, it looks like all the votes are in. Votes are tallied here, and for most useful lesson, it is a tie. With 33% of the votes going to Badroenis Fire Sea Reds, and 33% of the
No
votes
way.
going to Tabascoth Swimming Shenanigans.
I voted
So,
for Tabascoth, so Tabascoth fits it.
well, that's we at least now can have our placements for second, but I think a tie is well deserved. Some great contents there, and then best overall presentation. Um, wow, this was a win in a landslide. Badroenis Fire Sea Reds.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
I got the colors mixed up. It was
oh,
Tabascoth.
I'm
You came
like,
in second.
I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, sorry. That's the colors are way too similar on here. So,
Yeah.
second place isn't too bad a showing for that though. And then Tabascoth, of course, running away with this one. So, swimming shenanigans. I guess
Number
just having
one.
having all that prep time done at a time. So, Tabascoth really kind of running with the competition here, but Badrona's making a nice claim for second. So, um, with that, I think we can kind of wrap up here. So, um, again, thank you
That
everyone.
sounds good to me.
Thank you, Badronas, for
Oh,
being here. Thank you everyone in chat for supporting all the runners here. Thank you for the runners for doing all the lessons. I don't think are there any small runners? I don't think anyone's doing any small runs today. It's the 120 qualifiers, right? Should we just raid GSA?
you could also just raid like a smaller runner like Teria,
Oh yeah, we could do that.
or is any I'm gonna be doing some runs after this, but is there anyone else? I mean, you raid whoever you want.
Yeah. No, I
There'd
just
be
need
so
to.
many people. That's the thing. If you saw Cali Suite, there were like
Yes,
50
there's
people running
so many
120
people
yesterday.
running right
So
now. You want to troll Zion?
just
We raid Zion.
open all the time.
I think I actually might do that. That actually sounds really funny to me. Is rating someone who was going to be in the showcase here. So let's go give Zion some love. Again, he's one of my favorite
All
people
right.
in the community. He's one of the first people who came out to help when I started Club 100. So always worth
No.
it. So again, thank you everybody. And yeah, we'll go to the ending screen for a bit, but we'll raid Zion right away. We'll be doing this again sometime soon. It was too much fun. So thanks everyone. Let's get this raid going, and then we will get you some uh, fade out music. So that'll be good.
All right.
Bye, everyone.